White chicken chili is one of my grandmother's recipes that I absolutely love. Mine's a little bit more soupy, but that's okay. You can make it as thick or as thin as you want. So to get started, we just need a pot of water. And you're going to dice half of an onion about 3/4 of the way. I'm only going to use that much as diced because the big chunks at the end you're going to put in your pot to help make your stock. To our water, we're going to add our chicken. My chicken breasts were a little bit smaller, so they didn't take quite as long, but generally they take anywhere from 20 to 45 minutes to cook. It just depends on the size. Add some salt and our onions. And I use some of the diced pieces just because I like onions. And a little pepper. And we'll just give that a stir. And let it do its own little thing. 4 cloves of garlic minced will be the next thing you'll need. Now this is basically optional. You don't have to use 4 cloves if you don't like garlic a lot. I used it because I like it a lot. The white little specks you see are salt because salt acts as an abrasive for garlic. It helps you chop it up easier. Now for our peppers, we have red, orange, and yellow bell pepper, and we're just going to cut the tops off and then clean them out to remove the seeds and all that fun stuff. And we're going to dice these next. Bell peppers are delicious, and these 3 are my favorite. Green bell peppers, you can use those in here, but these red, yellow, and orange add better flavor to me, and they taste better, and they're pretty. It's a fall dish. What can I say? Fall dish, you need fall colors. Now our chicken is done. So now we get to get a little bit vicious with it. Using 2 forks, we're just going to shred it into small little pieces. I've seen people do this with a food processor before, but the problem with that is the chicken is so moist that if you use a food processor, you're going to get chicken mush. And nobody wants that. Make sure you get all the big pieces. Now to your pot or Dutch oven like I'm using here, you're just going to add anywhere from 2 to 4 tablespoons of olive oil and half a stick or 4 tablespoons of butter. We're going to sweat the onions instead of just regularly saute them. Better flavor, and they don't burn as easy. So when the butter melts and it starts to sizzle, you're just going to add the onions in. They're not going to start frying like they normally would because there's so much oil and butter in here, and that's okay. That's what we want. Now that they've started cooking a little bit, we're also going to add the garlic. Little tip. Garlic, when it's minced, will burn really fast and really easy. So the best way to do it is to wait a little while before adding it in with the onions. Now we're going to add our peppers. See? Fall colors. It's really pretty. And give this a stir. After the peppers have cooked down a little bit, you'll notice the color's a little bit faded and they just look a little less perky, I guess you could say. So now we're going to add our beans. These are dark red kidney beans and white cannellini beans. Now we're going to add our chicken. I like to stir everything around after every ingredient just to incorporate everything a little bit better, and it gives you a more even flavor when you start your seasoning, which is now. So first you're going to put a little salt and pepper, and then paprika, chili powder, and a little bit of cayenne pepper. Those are 2 tablespoons of each, or however much you want to taste. I added some parsley for a little extra something. Not really flavor, more or less color. And then we're going to use 4 cups of chicken broth. I mixed the first 4 with carrots because I like carrots. An alternative will be you can add potatoes into this too. Now we have our pepper jack cheese that I'm just cutting up into cubes. This is a pound or a block. And I'm just cutting this up into cubes. You can find them already made into cubes, but I didn't have that much luck. So we're gonna add the cheese now. And it would be best if you didn't just throw it in there, because you will get splashed with a very hot liquid. The cheese will melt and it kind of thickens it up a little bit. So now I'm just adding some shredded mozzarella cheese. And you'll notice that it forms this big glob in the middle, and that's okay. You just have to keep stirring and stirring and stirring. If you're using a wooden spoon like mine, your spoon's gonna come out covered in cheese, just like that. And that's okay. Let that cook for about 45 minutes. Simmer it, I guess, if you want. And then you're ready to serve it up with a slice of bread, and there you have it. That is our white chicken chili for the best fall recipe, in my opinion. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my channel to check out my other videos that are all coming out daily, weekly, whenever, basically. Also, make sure you be on the lookout for anything I randomly post all over Instagram. I will put my links and stuff in the description, and you can wait and see more of me. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed your meal.